Hello and welcome to this exciting episode of the NASENI Window podcast, brought to you by the National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure. I'm Halima Haruna-Gintel, and I'm thrilled to be joined by my co-host, Mr. Al-Hassan Nasser. We know we've been away for a while, but we're back bigger and better, as you can see in our new state-of-the-art podcast studio. Today's episode is especially exciting as we have a special distinguished guest joining us. In person of the EVC CEO of NASENI, Mr. Khalil Suleiman Halilu.
That's right, Halima. We are not only celebrating a new studio, but we are focusing on a new vision on how we are going to look at the journey made by NASENI so far under the leadership of Mr. Khalil Suleiman Halilu. In this case, we are going to look at the new movement, the vision, and the mission brought by Mr. Khalil Suleiman Halilu and how the agency has been faring. And what is our target? The target we're going to achieve in the nearest future. With us in the studio this afternoon is the Executive Vice Chairman, just like you said, the man with the biggest name, a Kano-born tech entrepreneur, a recipient of so many merit awards, part of which was the Public Service Award. The most recent is the African Young Royal Leadership Award. In fact, Mr. Khalil Suleiman Halilu is an icon of hope and an experienced polo player.
Yes, indeed, he is an icon of hope. Sir, thank you so much for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you here in our new studio, which, by the way, is as impressive as NASENI's achievements under your leadership.
Great.
Thank you, sir. So, sir, it's been a year since you assumed office now, and it's remarkable to see how much things have changed, As one of the youngest CEOs, you came in with your fresh ideas, fresh initiatives, and they truly reflect in our new mission and vision. So could you just tell us more about NASENI's new mission and vision?
Well, just before delving into the new mission and vision, one thing is key: the fact that we launched the strategic launch pad. It's very important that whatever you do, whether it's a football team or any organization, to have a strategy, which will essentially define your mission and your vision. So one of the key things, we have done, immediately we assumed this role as NASENI, is to build and present that launchpad, which positions NASENI as a key driver for Nigerian industrialization as well as technological transformation. And with regards to mission, we're positioning Nigeria to be a leader, in the African continent as far as manufacturing, innovation, and technology is concerned. And on the vision side, we want to be at the forefront in terms of technology transfer, industrial development, solving problems using local African solutions, as well as creating jobs that will foster and prosper the nation with regards to sustainable development.
Sir, since you're coming to NASENI, it's been new things happening, unveiling itself. Recently, the agency has unveiled a new logo with a new color, a blue shade. So, can you tell us something about it and why the rationale behind such a rebranding exercise?
Well, I think rebranding is beyond just colors. It's a shift into redefining your identity and purpose, which is key if you are trying to move from the old ways of doing things into a new thing entirely. But one thing to note that is the fact that NASENI is becoming more business-like, and blue is a strong color as far as business is concerned. Is a global color which signifies trust, commitment, as well as technology, and also it reflects NASENI's evolution, from the old ways of doing things, and bringing determination to lead that Nigeria's industrialization that we've been talking about.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think it aligns perfectly with the new strategic initiatives. And I mean, I'm wearing blue myself, so
blue, it's
what more to
indeed a
say?
good color.
Trust. Yes. So, sir, when he came in with your 3 C's of collaboration, creation, and commercialization. Like they're like really buzzwords. So how does your 3Cs, as you call them, align with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's renewed hope agenda?
Okay, so first of all, digesting the 3Cs. In terms of collaboration, you're talking about how you can harness partnerships. Now we are more business-like. And also creation is to bring new ideas, both internal and external, to become more open and be more receptive than the typical government organization. And commercialization is how do we turn these ideas into something impactful that will impact the economy. And the renewed hope agenda, one of the key things has been with regards to job creation, reducing capital flight, and as well as earning foreign exchange. And you see all this aligns with it. And once you focus on those 3Cs, you'll be able to tick each of the boxes that has been highlighted by the renewed hope agenda.
Sir, since you're coming, we've noticed that you have invested so much on storytelling, because NASENI is virtually everywhere. All the social media handles, plus including the traditional media. So what is the idea behind choosing to invest so much in this, and how do you think it will be beneficial to the agency?
Well, I think media is crucial with regards to visibility, transparency, even accountability, as well as communication. Once you've been given resources, you need to come back. It's public resources. You need to come back and tell the public how you've utilized it. And if you make promises, it's there on the record, so the public needs to hold you accountable, for that. So in NASENI, we use media now to tell stories, also to encourage especially our scientists and engineers. A lot of them are camera shy, and they might have something that is really, really good, but then they don't say it, to the world. And we need not only for them to say it, but also to inspire the upcoming generation with regards to innovation as well as creativity. But generally, media has helped us gain trust, from stakeholders. Also help us attract partnerships, as well as connect NASENI with the average, Nigerian, as well as African. So we've seen cases where we've traveled for conferences, and before we are there in other countries, the name NASENI has already, has preceded, and they are looking forward to partnering with us.
So what are some long-term goals you've set for the agency, and some milestones? I know that there are a lot to mention, and you might not have time to mention all of them, so just give us something, just tell us some.
Okay, in broad terms, back to our vision, the long-term goal is to position NASENI as a central player, on the African continent as far as industrialization is concerned. So we don't see a situation where you are not going to talk about industrialization without mentioning NASENI. And also to focus on delivering global competitive products through homegrown technologies. We know in Africa we have very, very unique challenges and problems. So how do we build homegrown solutions, that will be able to tackle that? And also to further deepen our strides significantly with regards to things like renewable energy, which has a lot of impact on the average African or average Nigerian. So basically have more deep-rooted exploration with regards to areas that we have explored, while coming back to the 3Cs and to see how much job we're creating, how much forex we're saving the country, and how much forex we're earning.
For Nigerians who might not be familiar with the agency's activities, how do we let them know the impact that they stand to benefit from the NASENI's activities?
Well, for me, I think the best way to let someone know of an impact is for them to feel it. We are bringing products to life that the average Nigerian uses. So I think that is the key thing that we need to do. How do we build products that the average Nigerian can consume? Yes, we can tell stories, we can advertise the products, but I think it's not enough until we're able to get these products into the households of the average Nigerian, and once they consume it, then they will be able to it will be more impactful to them.
How do you balance such like a demanding work with like your personal life, and what advice would you give to like young leaders like myself on how to like find that balance?
Well, balance is key. Both work and personal life are essential, and I've been asked this a lot, not just here in the studio, but with friends, and I don't know how I do it, but I think the most important thing is I'm doing what I love, so I don't really see it as work, because sometimes I wake up in the middle of night, I remember something, I have to quickly scribble it. And for those of you that have worked with me in NASENI, if I want something, I want it yesterday. With regards to advice to young people, I think it's very important, to focus. You see people with 10 ideas, but none has a traction, So at every point, find something you are really good at or something you are really interested in, and double down all your energy into, put all your eggs in one basket, and then ensure that you do it very well, and that will determine the next phase. But I've been doing mentorships, and even before coming to NASENI, and one of the challenges I see with a lot of young people is anytime you have an opportunity to sit down with them, they come with like 5 ideas, and once you chip in before they leave with like 10 ideas, so they end up spreading yourself very, very thin and not being able to achieve anything. And I think what determines your next phase of business or success is goodwill. Goodwill is bigger than resources. It's the biggest resource that you can have. But to be able to get that goodwill, you have to really, really invest in the current activity that you're doing. So whatever dream you have, you don't have to exhaust it, on the current project or current activity that you're working on. Just put in all your best. Yes, you have a desire to buy a big car, but it shouldn't distract you from the fact that you have to mold the best blocks. If you do that, someone gets impressed. There are more people with resources looking at where to channel them. They'll give you an opportunity to build an estate. So one, be focused, and we shouldn't really be in a hurry, and understand that goodwill is what builds your next venture. So once you have that in mind, then you'll be patient to be able to follow that through.
Listeners, you heard it here first. If you want to be EVC one day, focus, passion, and goodwill. Thank you so much, Sha, for taking time to join us and for sharing these valuable insights. And we truly appreciate your commitment and vision for NASENI, and congratulations on your 1 year in office. I mean, congratulations to all of us, actually, not just you. Congratulations to you, to all of us, and NASENI and Nigeria at large. Thank you, sir. We're thrilled to have had you on the podcast today. And we have some exciting news. We're now on Spotify. Please do follow us there, and on all our other social media platforms at NASENI HQ. Thank you.